All right. This is audio check 1 2. All right, I heard that. So, why don't I hear any music in the game? Let's go over to the game. And maybe you'll hear it now. And then I gotta make sure my speakers are not getting into the mic. And I guess I should check the audio now. Seems to be working just fine. All right, welcome. This is the Silk Channel, I guess, and this is just whatever game I happen to be playing. It's like me and my friends. And what I've been playing lately is American Truck Simulator. I actually used to be a truck driver, so I know a lot about this game. And so with all these games I'm doing, I'm trying to back off the microphone a little bit if I keep getting too loud. And the music's probably a bit loud. What can I do about that? And it does that. The music goes away, so I'm like guessing like at 75%, it'll be fine. And then back to the game. And we'll go with that. All right, I got chat over here. Alright, that's good. We're on Twitch. Tonight I'm playing American Truck Simulator, and I was saying that all these games I'm playing at the beginning, these are more like high. They're not like starting from the beginning and building up to where I'm at. I've been doing this for a while. I've got, how much do I have? Yeah, there's 380,000 there. I own I bought the garage in Los Angeles here, and I've got 2 drivers. Me and this new guy named Mark, and I don't even think he's hauled his first load. I paid 1,000. So I'm just doing that because I own a truck. I guess I should talk about the truck. And the game is that it's not really realistic. It's like the amount of money I'm making is just ridiculous. It's like I can buy a truck, $150,000 truck, like 1 load now. It's just insane. So fuel is just not even a consideration. So like in real life, I would be concerned about aerodynamics and fuel economy because like it grows 160,000 a year, like 80,000 of that to fuel prices. So if you can save 1 mile a gallon in trucking, you know that'd be like 10, 20,000 a year. So I in real life would have like a more aerodynamic truck, but this W900 is a classic, right? It's got a box nose. We'll have like the Indigo. We have a lot of truck talk about how the big chrome radiator on the front of the Indigo is just a little too much for me. And this one kind of narrows down and has this smaller, nice radiator. All right, Falcon, good to see you. I'm looking over to chat. My game music is drowning me out. Good to know. Okay, then we're going to drop the audio. I guess that's the I end up turning each game down every time I do a new game. So let's just go right to 50% and let you listen to that and tell me if I should then come back up and split it at 75. And I'll go ahead and talk for a little while about, we were talking about trucks and aerodynamics. So also in the game, there's the sleep mechanism. And to sleep, you just park and you turn off the engine and you hit the A button and you sleep for 10 hours. And you don't need a sleeper on the truck to sleep. So that's why I don't have a sleeper, because I'm more concerned, and you'll see as we go down the road later, of how the truck handles. And on the first truck, I actually let's go truck shopping. I think we can take you to a dealer. Let's go to a truck dealer. And Kenworth, right? I'll start, because, there's Volvos, and there's Peterbilts, and there's I got Internationals, right? And we can talk about all those trucks, right? They're all so cool. But I'm starting with the Kenworth because I actually was an owner-operator, and I owned a T600 with the Caterpillar C15, which is like a 430 horsepower engine. So travel to visit the dealer, yes. Because I want to show you, the viewers, like the first truck, this one, all right? A 680. See how it's a little more aerodynamic? And look at the wheelbase, right? That's what I want to point out. I own this truck, and it's a short wheelbase. It was really good in town for like parking the trailer and maneuverability, but going down, I like long haul. I like to like drive across the country, 1,000 miles. And this truck was just squirrely as hell. All these trucks, like, when you drive, it's at two hands. You have to keep your hands on the wheel all the time, or you're off the road suddenly. So this one I owned, and it was squirrely, so I didn't like it. So then the next one, I said, let's try the W900, and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I like this truck a lot. That's what we're driving. We got two of them, and I've progressively been getting engines, because the kind of loads we're looking to do, we're doing the wide loads. I don't see any comments in chat. I need a beverage here, too, because I have dry mouth for some reason. But they're going down the road. What was I talking about? I forgot. When you start out, you can't get these. It's, the longer wheelbase on this truck is much easier to handle. I mean, that's the point. That's why, we own two of these, and I have the C15. And this one, the white one you saw, has the Cummins. And since I've been doing the heavy loads, long loads, more like 435 is like the sweet spot for fuel economy. I expect and was getting like around 7 miles per gallon. But when you're climbing hills, pulling a heavy load, you slow down. Okay, so as you add horsepower, you climb better, but you use more fuel. And some of the loads I've been doing are time sensitive, rushed loads that, so that when I'm trying to drive during the daylight so that you guys can see, you want to make the most of the time you have. So I will sometimes, if you want best fuel economy, it's like 55 miles an hour, because pushing these things through the air, it's pure physics. It's like dragging a parachute. That's why if you can make the nose round and you save on fuel, but you'll see with the prices, the fuel doesn't cost me anything, so I don't mind going through. And a lot of times these big wide loads behind me they're like tractors and combines. They're not aerodynamic anyway. So I'm just like, hell yeah, this 900 is super fun. So I got the 550 Cummins in this one, I believe, in the white one. So I wanted you to see this. And then I could get this, right? It's a longer wheelbase, and you know what? Let's look at the two wheelbases. Like, compare that one to that one, and I'm just eyeballing them, and it's about the same, maybe longer. So if you wanted to get this one, we could try it, and it would probably ride a lot more like the W900, not as squirrely. And then when you start, okay, that's a higher horsepower, and you see the what's above the cab, I forget what you want to call that. But it helps get the air up and over the trailer to save on fuel again. But I don't need that, so that's why I don't have this truck. Now that's a beauty, isn't it? Right there, that's what I have essentially. But I couldn't buy it. I wasn't level 21 when I bought mine. So that's very much like mine is. And it's just, I love those air filters. I love those exhausts. I love the nose, right? It's just right. It's not too big. It's not too small. The bumpers, the gas tanks are 180, I think. I think we're doing a 2x6. That's just the four-wheel drive is in the back. You have two drive axles. Does that make sense? I gotta communicate. All right, everything looks good so far. All right, there's that. And then so I don't need the sleeper, so I don't have that one. I think you would only get these for looks, right? It would be aesthetics. I could get this. But I like the looks. But I don't need the sleeper in the game. So when you see mine without a sleeper, realize that's. I don't have, and look at that wheelbase too. It's like, ooh, now you're getting long. So we might try it just to see. And then that is being more aerodynamic again. That could be fun. That's a super, what is that? That's a studio sleeper. Okay, and go. So look at it wide. Does it actually widen out past the cab? They actually tuck the exhaust pipes in there. That's pretty nice. But I can't get it. It's like level 23, and then I'll just show you that's like a racing one, or that's I don't know what that is, an 86. But nice stuff. Again, that's the thing about the game. Look at the detail on these trucks. So that's the Kenworths. So I'm showing you this as an introduction to my truck. Do you really want to leave? Yeah. Because let's go for a ride. Let's haul some freight. All right, let's play. So I told you, I've gone through the startup. And I got my money, and there's even another driver, but he can't even come close to what I'm making. So here's how I make money. We want to get out of the map, and I go to the job market. Like, do you want to see the world, my world? Because these games are customizable. Like, you buy areas of the map. So I have California and Phoenix, or in Arizona and New Mexico. I have not got Texas and Oklahoma. I just won't even comment. I got Colorado and Utah and Nevada. I've got Wyoming, Idaho, and Washington. I've got the West. When we talk about my trucking career and stuff, being an owner-operator, I did drive all 48 states, and the East Coast is just so dense that I didn't enjoy it. I really enjoyed once I got across the Mississippi and crossing the plains and the wide open West. And as we drive these roads, I can literally tell you, I've stayed in that rest area, and it just looks so real. They've done such a good job. Most of it's there, and there's some stuff that isn't, and I can comment when we go by it. It's like this whole highway's missing. It's like, hey, where's the road I used to drive on? It's not even here. That's a thing. So the map was completely empty. Like, I just started playing like a week ago, and then all the yellow stuff are routes. So I have gone from Los Angeles to Albuquerque, up the 25, all the way to Cheyenne and Gillette. I haven't been to Miles over here, but I've been to Bozeman. Billings, we should get there, but in real life, I was based in Missoula. I went through Coeur d'Alene. I've seen Seattle, Salt Lake City. I haven't gone up to 5 yet. We could do Redding and Eugene. But all this, all right? So that's my world. Then when we want a job, we want to go through, I'll check chat again. Chat, all right? That we want to go to the freight market. Now, if there's anybody out there that can help me with, like, what is this cargo market? Like, I got to join something in trucking world, and I don't understand what it is. But, that's where somebody might be able to help me out. And then there's these external contracts. All right, I'll click on it and show you that it's like, please, profile is not connected to World of Trucks. What is this World of Trucks? I'd like to know. I have no idea. So there may be like a whole community out there I haven't even connected to yet. So I'm going to do the jobs just in the game. I've just been knocking around, getting my feet wet. And these are the jobs available. And I just look right up, and they're sorted by how much money can I make. And right there's a $141,000 contract from Great Falls, Montana. I've been there, to Santa Cruz, California, and I've been there. $104 a mile. That's what I want, right? The only thing better is down here. But look at these trailers are double articulated trailers, so they're just gonna be a pain in the ass. And I only got 2 hours to get to Great Falls. So we have to decide, chat, what do you think? Probably an online feature, yeah. This is multiplayer, right? So we could do a convoy, but finding loads for trucks. I could do this one from Tucumcari, but where am I? I'm over here in like Oakland, I think is where I last delivered. So I got to get to Great Falls. Now there is a fast travel feature. Now look at the money I'm going to make. Let's go for it. $140,000 for one load, right? That's just ridiculous, right? That's why gas isn't even a consider. I'm going to pay $1,000 for the fuel. We got a quick travel line. I only got 2 hours. So shut up. And where we go traveling to? Where was the job? Anybody remember? I got to go back and look, I guess. I'm going to actually have to write this stuff down. There it is, job. Great Falls, Montana. Let's set it. We've got to get there in 2 hours. It should say, this is truck jobs. I did quick jobs by mistake. Yeah, it's really easy. Let's not make mistakes, people. Thank you for helping me. All right, here we are. Here's the job, $140,000 from Great Falls. Set it as a GPS destination so that when we get there, we've got 2 hours to navigate to it. I think I can do it, but if not, oh well, we'll just try again, right? No big deal. And yeah, we're not going to stress out about this because it's a game. But I'm having fun. I mean, it's like kind of wait till you see. Just wait till you see. So yeah, if there's anybody else out there. All right, here's our truck. I told you about it. White truck has the 550 horsepower Cummins. I'm at the last place. Let's fire it up. I've got beacons. Let's turn the beacons off. Sorry if I get silly. But I want my lights on. I'm going to show you for truck safety. I always drove with my lights on. Why are my hazards? Oh, that's a signal. Turn off the turn signal. And lights are on. All right, we got to get somewhere. We got to go get this load in Great Falls in 2 hours. And we cannot drive there in that time. But we can fast travel to Great Falls. So exit, fast travel to Great Falls, Montana. There, I keep remembering they're way up here. And it's $2,000 right there is what it'll cost me. Ding, ding. I got 380. We're going to make 140, so I'm going to fast travel there. And just, boom, instantly, we're in Great Falls. No fuel used, no time delay. It's like, All right. So, yeah, not realistic at all. We are just, boom, we're going to get that $140,000 job. That's how I do it. Now, is this cheating? I don't know. I don't think so. Right? I'm just using the fast travel feature of the game. Now, we still got to we're going to land somewhere like the Kenworth dealer or a truck stop, a truck repair maintenance station in Great Falls. And where are we? We are at, looks like a dealership or something. Oh, yeah, we're at a Volvo dealership. So let's get out of here. And where do we have to go? That doesn't look right at all. Again, to the freight market, to the... Oh, the job is gone? No, there it is right there. Right, Great Falls. Set the destination. Go to the map. There we go. That's what we're looking for. That's where I got to drive. So, can you see that? Like up here across the freeway, around the thing. Let's get going. Okay, get out of there. All right, how to drive a truck. Start the engine. We should hear it. All right, come on, repair. No, I don't want to. Well, I could repair while I'm here. Stop. There's no damage. Oh, there is damage. All right, here's how you repair. There you go. There's the damage. Very little. Here's $400. Repair the truck. If I seem like I'm in a hurry, it's like we gotta go. We gotta go. Go some more. Back her up. Point the nose forward. I think I can zoom out somewhere. Let's mouse her out. Let's help her out. And God, I just think that's a good looking truck. I may call me biased. And yeah, everybody's got their own. Let me know in chat what you think. What kind of trucks do you like? But I think if I had to pick, Kenworth, yeah. I don't like the Peterbilt because of the big chrome nose. It's just that. Volvo's like, meh. It's a cost-effective truck. And International, we can look at them. They are just not, again, a radiator that is spectacular. And this one's fine for me. All right, up, take a right. Now, I'm going to show you my driving. Again, since you and me and the viewers, our time is special, I have turned off the infractions. So I'm going to receive no citations from any officers for doing anything. And I don't want to waste your and my time sitting at stoplights and just for no reason, for just absolutely no reason. I don't want to play a game where I'm sitting here simulating, sitting in traffic, right? I'm like, am I really doing this? So if my driving behavior seems a little odd, I'm going to use my experience and see if I can get around some of these things that might slow us down, legal or not. All right, how fast am I? I'm doing like 45 and a 40. You want to go inside? Do you know we can do this? So my windshield wipers are going. I can do this for a while. I can't even hear the truck. I guess I turned it down. Okay. And if I'm going to crash because I'm looking at chat and stuff and trying to drive at the same time. So and if I go off the road, come on. Like, is this really necessary, right? They are. So that's, I guess, my complaint is that the AI traffic is not realistic at all, other than being a pain in the ass. But they are programmed to be a pain in the ass, and they do stuff that's really predictable. Like they stop right and just they just mess everything up. I am doing 60 and a 30 in a semi, probably in the rain. So let's try to make some good choices. Let's slow down. And what's am I even getting close? It says 6 miles. I can hit this and get a wide. There it is. We're going the right way, at least. We're gonna pick it up. Right, this load. We're gonna. I'm gonna be able to buy a house in one load. Right, $140,000. Isn't that ridiculous? So again, I don't know why they just appear. I get the top paying load on the map, and then fast travel to it, and then we go pick it up. We'll see if it's still here. Did I get here in 2 hours? Anybody? We can call. I'll start calling out. What time it is, and I should figure out. How the trip is going. I guess we're going in here. Open. It's just the gate, right? I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna crash through. Come on, open. I gotta trigger it with my nose. Come on. Get out of my way. Okay, if you're not familiar with the games, there's a little green bouncy trip icon thingy here, and that's where we park on top of to get our trip. So the only way to get the load is from here. And there's the load right there. You can see it. Double articulated. So stop on the load. Showing me loads available here. And there she be, 140,000. We're in Great Falls. We're going to Santa Cruz via, looks like the 15 to the 80. Looks like a nice route, right? Interstates all the way. Take the job. Thank you very much. We made it. Proceed to the trailer. All right, let's go outside. And because I'm better out here. And I don't have to zoom out each time, do I? Like, I'm trying to figure out the zoom of the, on my controller. All right. So, what do you think, Falcon? You're there. Of the white truck. Do you know that that is in honor of you and Zero and all of our white adventures and space engineers? I have the truck with yellow on. You know what? I was looking at all the colors and I said, what about white? And I said, I like it. It's like it reminded me of you guys. So, that's our SE truck. Now, I'm thinking about my next truck. Do I want this 550 horsepower engine? I actually think I prefer the 500 or the 600, but the fuel economy just sucks, but fuel isn't even a consideration. Now, have you guys seen a double articulated truck? We should get going. Let's get the statistics of this load. I'm going to pull it out here so you can see it. But you see how it's got an articulated front section. I'll bet you I can stop here. I should park. If I hit camera, that's horn. It should go zoom out again. Is it camera? No. I guess it won't. But see how there is a back articulated section? So there's 4 axles in the back and 4 axles in front. I guess it's just supposed to be a because each axle can hold like 20,000 pounds, so that's 40. So that's 80,000 pounds on the trailer and another 40. So that'd be 120,000 pounds. Just the double axles could handle. But that jiggly lift is what we call them. It doesn't weigh that at all. I mean, the trailer probably doesn't even weigh 30,000 for the whole setup. So it's just, that's our load. Now, so it's a real pain in the ass as it is long. What am I? I'm like 100 feet long, 150 feet. But once you get on the freeway, it's just like any other truck. Once we get it behind us and we're moving down the road. Now, how much time do we have? I can just so in the lower right, that's my like trip meter thingy. And there's the statistics. It's a boom. See, look, it weighs 26,500 pounds. I knew it. And they expect it by Friday at 2. I have from Friday at 2 to Friday at 8. And it's Wednesday morning. So I have 2.5 days. Really not hard. So if you also look at the very top line, it says 0 miles per hour, that's second gear. The truck, that's damage. And, I'm out of fuel. I need fuel immediately. That's a bummer. And then that's my rest cycle. Can I get fuel here? Let's get out. We're looking for fuel, like as I pull out of the parking lot. So, watch this. Everything has to go wide. Can you hear the truck enough? I can barely hear it. I'm going to turn up my audio. My speakers. Okay, that looks good. Hear the rain? You want to see it going around the corner? Now, see, I'm going to hit stuff because I'm doing camera work like this way. But see, everything's fine. We're heading out. We got to get through that. Where's gas? Now, the gas will show up on the map. So let's go to, that's the F5 I'm hitting. And I don't see any gas there, so I can zoom out. And there's fuel just across the freeway. So let's go get fuel. Because you see, we're about ready to run out. That would suck. All right, open the gate. Open the gate. Open the gate. Open the gate. Thank you. Wide turns, yes. Yes, there are my skills. Now, literally, like, this is what I never did these double articulated, but I did the wide load. Oh, we want beacons, right? We get flashy lights now. Look out, everybody, right? I've got the wide load sign. We've got flags on each corner, signs on the front and back. Like when I was doing, let's see, I need help navigating like this. Okay, just keep going around this corner. When you do this in real life, you need permits to go through each state. It's like only run during the daytime. There are restrictions on wide, heavy loads. You have to require permits for each state you go through and tell them the route you're going to take, and they check to make sure you're not going to hit anything, and don't go through town during rush hour, and don't go through New Mexico on Sunday, stuff like that. It's like, oh my God. So in this, we don't have to worry about any of that. All right, all I have to do worry about is running out of fuel. All right, can I get to the other side of this, the freeway, right, which is right up here? Oh, it'll be fine, right? But it's exciting. Of course I didn't fill it up. But it looks like we got plenty of time. So that's going to be, we're just going to drive during the day so you can see, but it's 9 in the morning on Wednesday. Don't pull in front of me, dude. Right? Lights, flags, everything, and I didn't have to deal with that in real life. All right, wide turns, yes, sir. And incompetent traffic. So the advisor is saying get on the freeway, and I'm like, nope, see that green stuff right on the other side of the freeway? That's fuel. I should say diesel. We need diesel fuel. Don't call it gas. That's triggers some people. Okay, and the truck is in pretty good shape. It's always nice to have your truck in decent condition. Okay, this looks like a truck stop. Pretty familiar with what we're doing. We could sleep here, but I can drive today. I have hours still, right? If that makes sense. Yeah, I think you can drive like 14 hours a shift, and then we need 10 hours off. That's kind of they're playing by the rules I used to play by. And I've got fatigue on. This friggin' game will like black out and go to sleep on you while you're behind the wheel, and that sucked. So we don't want to do that. All right, there's fuel. Shut off the engine. Fill her up. Right, but compared to my $140,000, this $500 fuel bill, I don't even worry about fuel. So we get like 5.5 miles a gallon in this truck. Like the other trucks will do 6 and 7. But why worry about it, right? I just bought 150 gallons of fuel. These are 180 gallons a tank. So we have 30 gallons left for $600. All right, we're done here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and show you me going through here that I've got the skills, and there's really no reason that you can't. We just paid for the fuel. So everything's fine. Then you can sleep in the parking lot, but I'm not going to, because I can put in about a half a day. I really want to go to sleep around 5, 6, 7 tonight, but dark, before, because we're gonna go to sleep for 10 hours, like at 8, and get up at 6 in the morning, right? So if I go to bed at 6, it's gonna be like 4 in the morning and dark, and that's not what I want. So we're gonna drive. Around the parking lot. Get on the freeway now, right? So just get on the freeway. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I'm going the wrong way. Yeah. Why not? Because again, in the end, it's a game, and I'm not gonna really get penalized. And I want to make it exciting for you as I can. All right, this is good. It's looking good. Everything's looking good to me. All right, if I can get on the freeway without breaking the truck, I'm generally in pretty good shape. Then we'll go inside. I'll drive, but I need, inside, you can't see left and right without turning the camera, and people hit me, and I hit them. So it's easier for me in the city to do this. Right, go as far to the outside. I'll let you see the trailer come around. And now we go inside, and full speed ahead. I guess I can turn off my wipers. Boom, boom. The other thing, exciting things inside. We are going south on the 15 now. I think it was to the 80. You see over there, I'm looking in the rearview mirror in the upper left. There's a car, but we're fine. Signal even. Dude, I'm coming out. Look out. And then we're good. Now, how fast to go? We've got plenty of time. So if I was doing it in real life, we'll start at 55. So, boom, I just set this to cruise control. And I'll just let you feel the cruise at 55, right? Because this... that's what I can talk a little bit about, like trucking. When I was the driver, nobody cared about safety except for me. Like my dispatcher didn't care, the shipper didn't care. I worked, and I can go ahead and bash on John Deere, can't I? I hauled John Deere tractors, and they just put them on the truck, and securing them, that was my problem. They just didn't help at all, because all the attachment things that came with the tractors. So, like every load, I was a flatbedder, tried to fall off the truck. Every friggin' time. It's like, so safety was just the number one thing. So that's why I drove 55, is because stuff fell off the truck. And the daytime, so I could see it falling off the truck. And tried not to kill anybody, right? That was the main goal for me, is like, these trucks are like 80,000 pounds plus. And if they get in an accident, right, the odds, we can tell. I had some close calls, and it's just, I didn't want to kill anybody, and I didn't want to die. So we can cruise. So this is 55, and it's a 70-mile-an-hour zone. We're going south in, We're in Montana, I think. Like, I think we can go to the map. Does that pause the game and zoom out? I hope the truck's not still going down the road. Yeah, we're in Montana, in Helena. Isn't it? It's beautiful up here. This is pretty much just what it's like. So I'm gonna speed up to 60. And if I was in a hurry, we'll do 65. I might even do 70. If it's exciting for anybody. It's just harder. We're gonna crash, right? But we're insured. So that's okay. We can crash. Now, if you're looking at my rearview mirrors, and can you see the trailer in the center of the lane? That's kind of the goal. Is I'm trying to keep the wide load centered in my lane and over to my right, I guess, so that vehicles can pass me. And if people are passing me, I know I'm doing okay. If they're not passing me, then they're scared of me, and they're like hanging back there. So see that? I've got a truck, and they really are trying to pass me. But yeah, I guess I'll just do this. I'll just drive. I need to zoom the interstate map out a little bit more so we can see where we're going. But I'm watching this truck in my left-hand mirror. So boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. That is as wide as it goes. All right, everybody pass me, fine. I'm going to get comfortable just letting them drive. You know, my thumb has to constantly be on the joystick controller. Just, you know, I'm just riding that nose with the line. There's a flexing of the tires from the rims when you go around the corner. And it seems like they've kind of modeled that, so it's kind of like, you see how rubber bands the nose around? So you got to kind of anticipate that. So the more you drive, the better you get. And I can't even think about looking at chat. I guess we'll have to pause for me to look at chat. Because, yeah, I have to focus also all the time. And I thought maybe you guys might like this. Riding along. So we're going to go down through Butte. I can tell you I've been here. Northern Montana. It's nice up here. I like it. Now the traffic, that's the thing. It seems like their algorithm is like the same traffic everywhere. So I'm out in the middle of nowhere in Montana, and there's like where there's never traffic, and I'm in a jam, and I'm like, really? It's like I've been here, and there's not this much traffic here. Like Idaho Falls and stuff. Everything north of, like there would be traffic from LA through Vegas to Salt Lake City. And once you got north of Salt Lake City, everything would open up, and it'd just be, I loved it up in it's Idaho and Montana and Wyoming and Yellowstone, all that stuff. The Great Plains. Do you know there's a national grasslands where American government owns a herd of buffalo that's doing just fine? And they roam freely. I was in the rest area and I woke up with a herd of buffalo surrounding the truck. It was awesome. I got photos. Mamas and their babies. Okay, I'm driving. And as I go around this corner, I may pause and I'll peek at chat real quick. So I'll stop like that. Yep, nothing in chat. Good to go. Yeah, I don't even have my time. My cell phone keeps going, blanking the screen. And that's a good thing, right? Because I don't want it to burn in. But it's how I tell time, so I don't know what time it is. And when I'm driving these loads, it really should matter. I'm just going to drive. So, yeah, from this point on, I'm just going to do, this is how I play the game. It's pretty much what truck driving is you just get on the interstates and let her roll. So we're doing 60. I told you I might do 65. Why don't we? We'll speed up. Then we won't get, like, see, this is purple truck passing us. Oops, I just hit the cruise control. I can scare him and he'll hit the brakes. And that's the algorithm they use is, like, if you bump somebody, right, spook them, they hit the brakes and they lose all their momentum, and it doesn't matter whether it's a car or a truck, then they slow down and they all take their time getting their momentum back up to speed. And it's just like, really? So if a car slows down in front of you from a car in front of it, they just all take forever. So 55, did you see that sign? We should pay attention to that. I'm gonna slow down. Boom, boom. I'm looking at the keyboard as I'm trying to like drive. I should get the controls to do cruise control mapped to my controller, which I haven't ever mapped to the keyboard. I should be doing 55, yeah. And that's just for these curves. This, another thing the game does that real life didn't do is these front tires lose traction when I'm doing like 65 in the rain on 55 mile an hour corners. Suddenly you can't steer anymore, and that never happened to me. So it's like, oops, so I tried to do the smart thing, slow down. Because again, we got plenty of time, right? I'm just driving till actually when to see the little bed, the rest guy is red. I'm gonna drive as far as I can. and it's probably going to be like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I don't want to go to sleep at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, right? And we're going to wake up at 2 in the morning, and it is what it is. I'll just do it. And if you want to know what's been happening to me in the game, is like to sleep in a rest area, you press the A button and you take a 10-hour sleep. If you accidentally hit the A button again, which I did, you do another 10-hour sleep, which chops 20 hours off or 10 hours off your delivery time. It's like, really? That's a thing? So if you're a developer and you're watching this, it's like an easy solution I thought of is like, yeah, if you're fatigued and you need rest up there on the bed, then do a 10-hour break. But if you're well rested and you don't need rest and you actually hit the A, you can say, do you really want to rest? Because no, I got screwed twice, not just once. Call me an idiot. And I'm like, really? It ruined a $140,000 load, and if you were late, I lost $90,000. And it's like, are you kidding me? Because I accidentally hit the button. All right, fine. They've got us taking the 90? No, the 90 up here. That's what is that? A rest area? Oh, that's a point of interest. We do want to get on the 90 to, if you didn't know, like I've been through, this is Butte, Montana. The 15 terminates. Is that the right word? Right here, let's slow down. Into the 90. But then again, it takes off, so the 90 goes east and west. Then it'll take off south again. And I've been here. I've come through this town, and right about here, a pickup truck passed me at like 2 a.m. The bars are closing, and it was packed. It was like a classic pickup truck with a bench front seat, and there was like 4 adults in the front seat, and they went by me doing like 70, and then I went down the road here. I guess I should get cruise control going again. And my home base is just like right up here, and as I went out of town, traffic all came to a stop, and it turned out that a cattle truck doing like 35 miles an hour pulled out in the fast lane in front of them, and they all just ran in the back of that paddle. That's just a horrible story. That's the adult content portion of this channel. But yeah, that's an accident I saw right about here. So yeah, this is Butte. Loads I brought here, like I came from LA with a load of recycled like rubber tire pellets, and they put them under, there's a university here, like I think it's Missoula State, and they have a football field, like college football, and can you imagine college football in Montana in the winter? So they have like an artificial grass. There's a way station. We were clear for this one, but the others, I'm just gonna run them, you'll see. But they play football on a artificial turf, and I hauled the rubber under the artificial pad, so that'd be the padding that as the players tackled each other and hit the turf, they bounced off the rubber I hauled up. I hauled up 80,000 pounds of it. I've been through this scale. There's a truck stop right on the left, and the strip club is right next to it. All right, where's the 15? We gotta exit somewhere. Yeah, so this is the Rocker. This is Rocker, Montana. Take this exit. I fueled at that fuel stop on the left. I fueled at the fuel stop here on the right. Truck coming on. You got to watch those guys. Hopefully I can be faster than him and get in front. And then we're taking the 15 here on the right. It's going to be a real slow cloverleaf kind of corner. So we're going to slow down to 25. And see how it helps like when you know it's coming, right? So slowing down, okay, that's south, yeah, 15 south, that's what we want. Please. It just feels so weird. Okay, I see what we're doing. I'm doing, 40? We'll try maybe slow down a little more. Okay, looking out that left mirror. And then start to speed up. This is the freeway, actually, so I'm going to get over to the right. I mean, this is it. So I'm hitting cruise. And what we're doing, 65 in Montana, heading south. All right. These are the Rockies, pretty much. If you guys haven't been up here, where are we? We're going, they're to the left of us, and they're to the right of us. Are they the Rockies? There's a range there to our right. And I'm can't remember the name, but Bitterroot. Does that ring a bell for anybody? Sorry, I looked over chat. I gotta pause. I'm gonna put over here. Let's pause. I saw somebody wrote over there. Yeah, there you go. So the terrifying is like the accident thing. Yeah, accidents. Yeah. So just stuff you wouldn't believe. Like you're going down the road like this, and you actually see a car come off of the other side, cross the median, and hit a car in front of you head on. And like those stuff really. So I found out there's stuff that happens between the cities that you don't see on the news, and there's just some horrific accidents out there that never get covered. Kind of scared me. Yeah, so I left the business because why would I do this dangerous job if I didn't have to at the time? And I didn't have to. I was doing it just for the adventure, to see America while I could, right? Because it was I was a flatbedder. You had to tarp the loads and stuff. It was a lot of physical work. So I figured about every year I was on the road, I was taking a year off my life. And then if you get into the statistics and probability of having an accident, if you have an accident, like right now, I'm a commercial driver, we always get blamed, right? They're going to look at our logbooks. And that's a thing I was going to point out. It's not like if you broke the law, you get fined. If you don't fill out your logbook correctly, you get fined. So you could have driven it correctly, but you didn't document it properly, you get fined for making an error. Yeah, that's so that's what the new truck drivers have to learn. So if you didn't fill out your logbook correctly, then the plaintiffs will say that, well, you shouldn't have even, you should have been taking a rest break. You shouldn't have even been where you were at, so the accident's your fault. It's like that. The point I'm trying to make is it's always our fault. We can always expect to be taken to court and sued. And I just didn't want to spend I didn't want to go through that. I thought I'm going to spend the rest of my life in court. If I kill somebody, by accident, it would be horrible, right? I'd have to live with myself. It would probably destroy my life afterwards. I'm just like, I got to get out of this business. And so that's the other thing. If there's any aspiring truckers out there, it's harder to get out of trucking as an owner-operator than it is to get into it. So I got into it, and it's like, how do you get out? Because do you want to know more about this? I'm going to pause for a minute and look at chat. Terrifying. So you get in, and you buy a truck, which is like buying a house. It's like a $150,000 loan. But you got to pay it off in 3 years. So your payments are just like $3,000, $3,500 a month, a lot. And I did it, right? You're driving the truck, but the truck has to move. It has bills, right? You have insurance. You've got fixed expenses, right? That you have to drive a certain amount of miles each month just to break even. But the rut I got stuck in is you partner with a company, right? And they provide so I was insured through the company, and you buy fuel through the company's fuel network, and they have breakdown. Like if you break down, they have document connections with who to go to get it fixed, reasonably. So as soon as I was, what did I have? I was leased. My capacity to haul freight was leased to a company. So as soon as you terminate that contract, you don't have any insurance anymore, if that makes sense. I'm looking at, I'm driving down the road, we're fueled, we're rested, everything's good. So I had to get the truck to the auction yard, basically, and park it before I let the company know I wasn't gonna continue. And that's kind of what I did. I decided to go with Ritchie Brother Auctions, and they have trucks auction sites all in like Kansas City and Los Angeles and Seattle, like all the big cities. So I picked Los Angeles. I had to decide where did I want to sell the truck. I was thinking Kansas City, and then I happened to be in Los Angeles, and if I actually decided to stop working here, then I drove the truck to the auction site and let them know, and then we sold the truck right then and there. So I bought the truck for like $65,000, and I drove it for 7 years and put like over 1 million miles on it and sold it for 18. It was worn out. When I sold it, it was losing oil pressure, and I was looking at buying a new truck, and I didn't want to do that because then I would have had to work hard for like 3 years just to pay $150,000 for the new truck. So by retiring, I saved myself all that trouble. Just check and chat again. I did that without even stopping. So we are heading south. Can I look any further? Nope, that doesn't go any better. I have to do this like my left thumb is driving as I'm trying to work my right hand over and do that. So I should map those to the controller somehow. That would make it go much better. I'm trying to figure out where we're at in Montana, if I recognize this area. I think this is Pocatello. Is that a rest area? See the little blue thing ahead? But if it was Pocatello, it would say it. So we'll see. Salt Lake City's going to be coming up. If you see the little blue bed, it's starting to get a little filled in, so we're looking for a rest area. It's 3, which is good, right? I'm burning through the day. Now here's a way station. I told you that normally if I was a real owner-operator, I would stop at the way station to be compliant because you have to, right? If you don't, they'll come after you and pull you over in a squad car. But here, since I have no infractions, let's see if now if it flashes red, or it flashes nothing, because it's closed, I'm not going to stop, and there's going to be no consequences. It's like they won't follow me, they won't bill me. And I'm interested in playing the game and making money, so I've just kind of deleted that from my gameplay. I don't need to do the scales. Right, we all know I weigh 23,000. Alright, I'm watching the truck in my left mirror. Alright, you hear that's our first John, so I guess we're looking for a rest area. We're passing a rest area, but I'm like, I didn't like that one. Let's go to the next one. What could possibly go wrong? It's only 3:30. Right, because when I stop, I've got to go to sleep. I mean, I don't have to, but now we're sitting around doing nothing. And can you get out of the truck? Does anybody know? Just checking. That's got to be bad for you guys, though. Like, you're watching and then suddenly it's interrupted. So we want to avoid that. So, right, because really, I do like the immersion factor. It's pretty much what it's like, except for the feel. You can feel the wheel in your hand, in your seat, in your butt. And then you can feel the truck going around the corners and stuff. And if you didn't know, we live in these trucks, driving them 70 hours a week. So you get to know your truck pretty well. Yeah, I did $130,000 a year, I think, for 7 years. So I did start in 2007. I started in the recession and made money. I was profitable. I mean, if you didn't know that, what I learned about business is that you pay taxes like a normal person, 33% of your salary, but in addition to that, there's a 15% self-employment tax. So it just ratchets your taxes right up to 50%. And it was like, what? So anything you can buy for the truck, like a $1,000 CB radio or my laptop computers, because I'm the accountant and I'm doing the accounting, you get to write all that off. And if you can spend your profit before taxes and write it off, everything's 2 for 1. It's half price. So I made $180,000 a year gross. There's the green sign, and it's a red. So we should sleep here. Anybody see a rest area? So $180,000 a year, but I paid $80,000 in fuel. Do we go up here to rest? I think we do. We're taking this exit. Did anybody see? I don't see any. That's the scales. Oh, those scales. I don't like them. All right, we're going to drive on. I'm going to let you see, if we don't find a rest area, we black out. I could turn off fatigue, but I'm not going to do that. We'll black out. For you. For that realism. So I don't know when it's going to, but if I see a rest area, we'll pull over. If we black out, we'll roll the dice and see what happens. We'll only lose a $140,000 load. And I think I have to sleep in a rest area. I know there's going to, in real life, just south of Idaho Falls, should be one. Get the cruise control going again. Don't scare this. We'll see how whatever it was next to us, the Jeep, freaked out. So 55, am I really doing 55? I am. I'm gonna let it do 55 because we're kind of going slow as I look for a rest area. Okay, that's cool. Yes, I am getting tired. See how the mirrors start to dim a little bit and they simulate fatigue. Am I close enough to the microphone now? Now I'm like 2 or 3 inches. I backed off. Because like the other night I was like popping. Is that thing too close? Alright, see all those signs? That's gotta be... See, there's a bed in front of us. So all we gotta do is get it right. We're gonna buck down in downtown Idaho Falls. And I think I did this like one time. I avoid like bedding down in downtown. But why the heck not? With a wide load on top. A wide, long load. But I know this is Idaho Falls. I have friends up here. This is nice if you haven't been here. Right, Yellowstone would be to our right. You would take the 26, I think it is. No, it's the... I can't read it right. The 20. Up to Island Park. Okay, Idaho Falls. Coming around the corner. So I'm just... we could look at the map and I'm winging it. I'm looking at these signs and we're looking for gas and rest area. Will it say that on the signs? On the right side of the road up here? So I'm actually trying to read the screen. That they're all blurry to me. That's what I was going to ask you guys. Can you guys read the signs? My dashboard? The gauges? We're doing 720, but I could do... Okay, I'm really getting tired. But I've got a rest area in sight. Okay, I'm going to change. 1, 2, 3. So it's a little wider, and I'm looking for which ramp to exit on. So I do not see any... Ooh, don't hit him. Pulling my nose over. We're going slow on purpose. But everybody hates us now, right? But that's okay. I've got the flashy lights and the red flags and the signs. Keeping my nose. So see, I put the nose right about on the white line and then look out that right mirror. How I'm just... The trailer's coming right down the right side. So that's far over. You're letting everybody pass me on the left. Okay, that was our rest area that just went by. Oops. How did that happen? How did I miss that? Well, let's roll the dice. Next. Okay, there's one up ahead of us. Here, we can do this. Does this say it right here, like next exit rest area? Alright, that's what I'm looking for. I'll bet you we black out right as we do the exit. Right, this will be classic. Good entertainment. Can we make it into the rest area? I'm gonna turn on my engine brakes. See if you like this. I got engine brakes. I'm gonna keep my speed up right until we take the exit and... swinging around wide. And in real life, there's no way I'd fit here. I don't know where I'd park. I could try to like simulate it, but and see how then I straighten out. The trailer's all straight behind me there in the space. This will work for me. Shut her down. Good night. Get your rest. 10 hours later at 3 in the morning. Let's go outside and make sure we got our lights on. Lights, lights, lights. Lights, lights, lights. Why would my lights not be on? That's bogus, right? Well, I'll start the engine. How about that? Lights. Lights. There we go. There he is. That's my truck. Isn't she pretty? I got the lights on the air cleaners. And the trailer's all lit up. I thought we could get back here. Yeah, I guess that's how you get back here. And you can see the wide load. That's what the back looks like. That's the double articulated I was talking about. See that whole unit? That's fine. And why? Why? In real life, it's designed to carry load. Each of those double axles could do another 20,000 pounds, so it's transferring the load back there. But this, we don't even need it. I don't get it. But now we got to get back out on the freeway. You don't like being up early, like at 3 a.m.? Yeah, I know. We just got to do what we got to do, right? I'm driving tonight. The sun, you'll see a sunrise. So where are we? We're in Idaho. And we're going to take the 80, I think, over to... I don't even remember where we're delivering anymore. We'll figure it out. I think it was Santa Cruz or something. So I'm keeping my speed down. What are we doing, 60 miles an hour? You got to be careful. In these rest areas, people are just dangerous. And yeah, I won't tell you all the stuff. Rest areas are very interesting places. So actually, I'm lucky I didn't get hurt. There's a lot of crimes going on. And I didn't realize how bad it was. All right, back in the truck. Looking on the left. And see, we're out here all by ourselves, so get her up to 65, I think. What are we going to take? It says take the 30 over there, really? Where are we going? I'm going to go to the map real quick here, so we're building up speed. What are we doing today? We're going over to Pocatello, really? We're going through Pocatello. So we're here. So it's the 30 to the 84 to Twin Falls to the 80. And I don't like that. Because I've got flags. I'm wide load. They want to take me down this 93, which is a 2-lane road through Jackpot, Nevada, down to Wells. I've driven this, and it's going to be 55 mile an hour curvy. No, we're going to take the 15 down through Salt Lake City to the 80. And yeah, it's going to be longer, right? But again, fuel's no consideration. And we're going to be able to do 65 down the entire thing and this long wide trailer. Yeah, I'm going to be safer. So no. We're going through Salt Lake. Just no. All right. Because we're getting up to 65, right? We're just doing 55. Cruise is on. Then I'm going to hit that, and she should go up to 65. Now, this is that 550 horsepower engine pulling right now. And if you look at my RPMs, I think peak torque is at 1,250. And I think we're at 1,300. We're a little faster, 65. But the idea for fuel, I'll take this exit, the 86 west. Slow her down. Easy, hold that nose around. Come on, baby. Don't lose it. Oh, I made a mistake. We were going to Salt Lake City. Oh, I'm an idiot. All right, you know the penalty I'm going to pay? I'll do this route for you. Through Jackpot. I've been here. I've done it. I tried to avoid it, but then I went and did it to myself. It'll be fun. Right? You would have been bored on this. See, the interstate would have been safe. We're going to do it danger style. Need a pause. Okay. Good to go. So I guess I'll peek over at chat while the truck's moving. And that'll be the exciting part of the stream is will I crash? And then if I see something, I'll pause it. That's the thing. I won't pause it just for nothing. And here we go. All right. It's 4 in the morning. It's already giving us, we'll be in at 8 on Thursday. So we'll be in at 8 o'clock tonight. We'll deliver. And I think we had days as soon as we come to a straight. So like when we're going through a curve like this, I've constantly got to turn. And when it straightens out, saying rest area. See, I'm well rested. We got plenty of fuel. I think I'm going to have to plan a fuel stop somewhere. Keep an eye on that. The truck's in decent shape. I've got an 18 speed, so that's what the 18 means. We're in top gear, right, at peak torque. Do you see the fuel? We're getting like 5.8. Now is what it's saying. I got to like move the microphone because I got to get closer to the screen to read. And I get closer. I'm really like 12 to 18 inches from the screen. The immersion factor to a 23-inch screen is really pretty cool. All right, this is the 86 in Idaho. There's like a ski resort to our left. Believe it or not. That's skiing in Idaho. Okay, I've moved the mic away, and it's probably gotten quieter. So I'll put it there. See how that works. See if you like that audio. We did turn the game down. So maybe that's something I can bring my overall audio down so I'm not hitting the ceiling so hard. I'm trying to hold it. Now there's a straight section. So I was going to find out when this is due. Not that. Not that. Not that. That. We got 40 hours. We deliver Friday at 2. And it's Thursday at 4 in the morning. And that was like 2 in the afternoon. Friday and it's Thursday. We still have a day and a half. We're gonna be there tonight at 8. So tomorrow at 2. So that's what I have to calculate. You take a 10-hour break from 8. So then we'd wake up at 6 in the morning, and they want it by 2. So from 6 to 2 is when I can drive on Friday, and it looks like we're gonna make it fine. So east, so Twin Falls. I turn. No, I don't turn. I'm looking at the map as I'm going off the road. We're going up to what you see in the upper right on the little map. Keep her on the road. Let me know if you ever want to see outside. We can do this. That's what it looks like going down the road. It's my job. Somebody's got to do it. I'm doing... yeah, 65, and they're passing me. That's fine to watch all the traffic. I'll move over for them. Looking out the left mirror. Try not to kill anybody. These slow trucks are like, why? Right? It's a 70-mile-an-hour zone, but they just have lost their momentum. And I keep backing away from the mic, so forgive me. So I'm actually, this is the thing, streaming. Again, I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm going to pull the mic closer here when I can get a hand free. Okay, see the sun coming up. I'm looking in the trailer. Like, I can signal and see, I can kind of see the end of the trailer flashing red lights, so now I can pull in front of that truck. Okay, there's that. Now I'm going to pull the mic closer. How's that? Maybe point it at me. Stop the signals. There, how's that? Also, there's a fan in the background that I hope you don't hear. That's why I try to keep my voice so loud, so you don't get the background noise. All right, looking ahead, there's an exit. See that exit? It's so easy to miss your exits. So I'm focusing. There's actually, I'll go ahead and show you it. See, there's a display on the truck, but I depend on this when you go between shots that's the default. It's covering it, so see, I can see under that. So I'm looking at that for the exit. It looks like it's right here, so I'm going to slow down. Right, because we're doing 65. I want to the brake, what do they call it? A decompression brake. This thing was off. We're taking the 93. It looks like south through Twin Falls. Let's turn the engine brake off. A compression brake. What it's doing is using the compression of the pistons to reduce the speed of the truck, which as an owner-operator is good for me because you're not using your brakes. And if you use your brakes, you're where you're out your brakes. So if I'm like using the compression brake all the time, I'm saving brake wear. So we're taking a left up here, I think. Can't really see. Like, the maps make no sense to me at all. Okay, there. It looks like it says go left. I got a green light, and it's go left. And remember, through town, I want to do this. So swing her on around. All the way over to the dirt here. And this truck turns really slow. All right, and that looked good to me. Okay, so we're going the right direction. We're going south. Going through town. What could possibly go wrong up here? We gotta take a right and a left. There's a light. It's green. But I'm gonna blow through lights like this. Like, if this is a light and it's red and there's nobody here, I'm not gonna waste your time and my time, sitting here. And there's gonna be accidents because of this, and we're just gonna say, oops. It makes for good content. What are the odds? I have gotten better, right? So I've learned some tricks. Okay, we're looking here. We're going to take a right. I guess we're on the 93 now. Everybody look for the 93 arrows. Traffic will should point to the 93. Try to stay in my lane, but right, I don't want to hit that concrete barrier. Okay, I think this is my turn up here. Right, it's going to be a wide right, so I'm setting up before I ever get to the light. Like, you know what? I can take the whole road. I'm just going to go down the center. Don't even get next to me. Now, is this my turn? I'm going to get closer here. That is not my turn. I go straight through the light. And sorry, everybody, but these are not real people. These are bots, and I don't mind upsetting the bots. It's not like I'm really upsetting any humans. Okay, our right is right up here. Everything making sense to everybody? You should unlock my differential. When did that happen? I don't even know how to unlock my differential. Okay, here's my turn, right? Do I go through there? I guess I do. Take it wide. I should be going slower. And then I gotta merge with, I gotta stop. I gotta yield. Right? Don't hit me. And we're going this way a while, I guess. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is a light. So I'm just got my foot off the gas and letting the truck coast. Yeah, so if you're a real truck driver in real life, it's like you're constantly worried about fuel cost. And so even like now, like when we take off from this light and you just put the pedal on the floor, that's the way to waste the most gas. So if you can learn to take off, there's actually a fuel usage thing in front of us that it will help with the how much fuel you're using. But if you can keep your foot out of the pedal, then you're doing, being as efficient as you can. But in this case, it's just let's get going. But see how I've got to worry about speed and corners and on this little 2-lane road, and just time-wise, we're losing time now, as opposed to the interstate. It says way station, is that right? No, hospital entrance. Of course they look similar. Okay, it's 5:18. I think I started at 4, so it's been like an hour or so. But yeah, I thought I'd just get on the air and, do 4 to 6 hours or so. Whatever it turns out to be, whatever you guys want. Got it. Pedal to the metal. Unlock differential, huh? How do I do that? Diff lock. Is it brake lock? No. There, it's a V, I guess. Alright, fine. I did. Probably damaged the truck, but oh well. All this traffic. Of course there's a cop right next to me, right? So I think their algorithm, and it's just like, wow, they just always seem to put a dozen cars in front of me, and there's always a cop there, and it's just, of course, trucks come on the on-ramp and then go right off the off-ramp on the freeway, don't even get on the freeway. It's like, wow. All right, we are heading south, right? Yeah, we're just going straight through all this. All right, this is the 93. Can I zoom out one more? Yes. Okay, probably get over the right lane, but I don't want to hit anybody. Get it up to 55 now, at least. It says 60 mile an hour. So, but this is the road that's going to take us down to Wells. And it'll probably turn it into a 2-lane, like right here. And just see how we're slower. I think I would make better time on the interstate. You don't have to deal with all this shit. But I'm going to hit resume and hope that it's 55. And I'm just going to do 55 in the 60. Because I expect it's just, I don't know. Okay, I'll do 60. I'm expecting a lot of turn, but it's pretty much, we're just out in the middle of the desert. There. Okay, there's fuel. Do we need fuel? I don't think so, not yet. And we're rested. And the truck's okay, so this is let her roll. Doing 61, it's going to 65. I'm going to back down to 60, I guess. Why is it red? Why am I speeding? Back down. Okay, right there, 60. Will it hold? And since I'm in the mountain, I call this area the inner mountain, I'm going to turn on my brake, my compression brake. So, and that way, if we start rolling downhill and with gravity and picking up speed, I'll notice the brake kicking in, keeping it under control. Oh, it's a way station we just went by. So we may have just crossed. We're crossing from Idaho, right? We left Twin Falls, Idaho, into Wells, Nevada. And I've been here. There's a casino, like right up here. It's here because there's that mountain in front of us. Actually, it's snow on it, and it runs off in springs. And so, like, the pioneers that would be leaving Salt Lake City, I think is where left, would get water, right? They'd be crossing the desert, and Wells here is a good place to get water from the aquifers of the snow draining off this mountain. It's pretty cool. And in Nevada, prostitution, I think it is legal. So there is what do I want to call it? A house, what's the word? Like the ranch in Nevada, Mustang Ranch. A brothel. Is that the right term? It said 45, so I'm slowing down. up here in Wells. And I almost went, but I never did. But I thought about it. I was parked. I did go to the casino, though. Like, see, there's the casino, the 93. I feel like they were parked in this parking lot. Like, right out here between these buildings is a dirt lot. Realize I'm speeding. Alright, so all the compression braking, I'm not wearing and tearing my brakes. But you annoy the hell out of the neighborhood. They're like, why? No compression braking in our town. I always did it, like my exhaust pipes always had mufflers. It's the ones when you have like straight pipes and no mufflers. Sounds cool. Look at all the cars. Like, really? And again, I told you about time. Like, oh, this is right. Compared to the interstate, this is what I have to put up with. But I did to myself, right? I made a mistake. And mistakes will be made. So we go down here to Wells and we get on the 80. Right? Another fine. And that's going to take us to, I think, Santa Cruz is where we're... Oh, look at, we're merging. So I'm signaling already. Like, all you cars on my left, I'm going to crush you. Don't let me in. And see, they do. It's like, I think they wrote in their little thing. It's like, back it off. And you know what? If I hit them, I don't care. You might see me get angry and bump into these bots because I get fed up with them. And I know I can stop. If I bump into them, they'll stop. And I can leave them behind. Get them out of my life. So you'll find, that's the thing, these bots like surround me and just travel with me and like, no, go away. Leave me alone. Right? That's what I like about driving, was just out when there's nobody in front of you. And a bald eagle's flying right over the road. On a snow-covered Montana day. Alright, we're picking up speed. How fast are we gonna go? 60? That'll do. Where are we? We're like heading down to Wells still, looking for the 80. And yeah, this is right. I can witness this is pretty much what it's like. Yeah, so America, if you guys haven't seen it, I got to see it with my own eyes. I can tell you all about it. I don't think I met a state I didn't like. Like Florida was just too hot and humid. And that's all I've got against it. So I never went down to the floor. I did 47 states. It's like the one turn in the road. Alright, see the interstate? The 80 is in sight. I'm working my way around the corner and then I'll set the cruise control again. I don't have a resume cruise on my controller either. I should do that. But I'm just having fun. That's how I thought I would just play for you guys. I'm doing this anyway. I thought I might as well stream it. Because if you don't know, I just got 5G home internet. And this is a test. It seems to be working just fine. We'll see. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Inquiring minds want to know. But it looks like it's working. So because it's working, I'm just going to stream when I play, if that's okay. And I play all the time. I guess I won't have like a set schedule. I just do it when I feel like it. But I'm thinking like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so there's some consistency. And I'm getting on at like 4 because that's 6 o'clock East Coast time. And so I'm trying to think of you guys that have jobs. Like you get home and you don't have much time. So if you want to know how I got to this point to where I own the truck and stuff, I can go through all that. Oh, 50. Watch. See, you got to keep your eye on the speed limits all the time. Where's my brake? 50. Okay, that's cool. We can do 30. Fine. Now, this town, we're in Wells? Yeah, this is Wells. I've parked here. There's a casino here, too. There was. And here's the freeway. We're fuel. Can we get fuel here? We can. You guys want to go across the street and fuel up here in Nevada? Like, why not? And then we'll get on with a full tank, and we have to go 600 miles, so we shouldn't have to fuel up again. We're just chilling. Like anything anybody want to do? Right, I'm just delivering the first load. Okay, here we are. Is there really fuel for me here? If so, where? And you're right, I gotta worry about, can I drag the long load through it? It's like, they're really gonna make me go through up here? This will be interesting. Why not? Right, I think I can get through there. I'm gonna go through the middle. How about that? So I'm gonna actually watch the back here. I don't want to hit anything. I'm gonna hit it. Stop. Right? Stop before I do it. Of course they're right there behind me. I gotta stop and swing my nose overs. Don't hit. I'm gonna hit him, but it doesn't matter. Right? I don't get penalized. I gotta get my nose way. I was setting up for the thing. I gotta get past this first. Okay, that's gonna be fine. Then I'll just keep going straight. Turn off that brake. That's gonna be fine. Now we gotta get in there. You know, should be fine. And you put your nose in there, and then once you turn off your engine, and let's fill her up. And it's probably gonna be 80 gallons or so. 90. But again, fuel is just not a consideration. All right, we're full. That's all we care about. Now I just got to get through here. So I'm about as far over as I can get. Right? I'm going left. Put the nose over. Okay, that does not look good. Can I pull this way? Or this way? Alright. It'll be fine. Just I can't turn yet. Oh, plenty of room. We're fine. Right, I'm gonna get it past the concrete there. All right, now we can start bringing it over. And I'm turning right completely around. So we've got to like go wide here, and this is where I gotta watch. Of course, the cars will come like right now. Right, that's how their algorithm works. It's like, oh, you're doing something important. You need a cement truck right now. Right, everything looks good. All right, we're fine. Then we're gonna go under and go left, I believe. And it's 8 in the morning. We got plenty of driving. The truck's taking damage, but I think it's just tire wear. I don't think we can get a detailed report unless we're at the mechanic. You get like a general damage, like a percentage. So I'm setting up to go wide. Go inside. Pedal to the metal. This is how fast it can go. And that's kind of what they're like. Is these are not fast engines. They have a lot of torque. And it takes them a while to wind up. So I'll just let it do it. This is the Cummins 550. And the engines seem to rattle. I don't like the engine sounds. Tell me what you think. Like I hear distorted rattling in my cab, and in real life, that's just done. You can't listen to this all day. You hear that crackling. Like when you get off the gas, it gets a little better, but I'm navigating these curves, and then I'll set the cruise control. Seems like I'm going fast. Oh, took my hands off the wheel for a minute. There, got it. Okay, we're fine. How fast are we gonna go? 60? Okay, how about 65 now? Way station! They're all green this time! It's like, dudes. Like, just the other day, I got the cars going by us turned up pretty loud. Is that okay? I turned the truck, all the truck sounds, I turned down 50%. To get that rattling down. To over my voice. I'm like, God, I didn't want that. But other game sounds that's why they're louder than the truck is. Anyway, let me know. I think I like it. We get around this corner and I'll look at chat for a minute. Okay, I see something there. I'm gonna pause. Mountain Mountains, not too bad, because I was based in Montana. I love mountains. And interstate mountains, right? It's interstate. They're banked, high-speed curves, at least in the West. Even the on and off ramps, right, are banked high-speed on ramps and off ramp. On the East Coast, they're not. Like on a motorcycle, you got to be careful. Like if you're used to riding your motorcycle in the West, it's like, oh, in the East, it's like, what the fuck, you know? Yeah, all the roads in the East are like they were built like 200 years ago, and they traveled the same routes, and they have this. They like the freeways were built in the 50s. Before, like all the stuff in the West is just new modern freeways, and it's like, yeah, I like them way better. You know, like this, you get on an interstate, you just let her go. You don't have to worry about guardrails and everything, two-lane passing, people get around me. Like you get on a little 2-lane road and you're like pissing everybody off because like a wide load, you have to do 55. California, like the entire state's 55, or it was, while the cars are doing 70, you know? It's like, hold on. All right, that was a dealership. That's Elko we just went through. That's where I bought this truck, I think. And I've been there. I've been here. Like I say, I've done. That's after 7 years. I saw like all the interstates and a lot of the roads in between them. All the main. I knew all the routes. I knew where I was going, and different times of years. Right? It depends on if you're going through here in the fall, or the winter, or the summer. That's what I'm trying to figure out in the game. Can I turn on snow? I haven't seen snow yet. Like in Montana, that would really bring back some memories. And yeah, that would be the other. It's driving in mountains on a day like this is no problem at all. It's in the wet. The dangerous time for me in the snow was right around 32 degrees and under. Like that's when the roads are icing up. And when you get down to like minus 20 and minus 10, and have you heard of sublimation? Like ice can go from a solid to a gas without going through the liquid stage. It sublimates, and it would do that off the road. And so like by minus 10, the ice is all gone and the roads are looking good again. So there's that dangerous area where it's all slushy and wet and icy and black ice, right? That's a big pain in the ass. That's scary. Fog is the worst. I hate fog. You can't see off the nose of the truck. It's so dangerous. And you shouldn't even drive in fog, right? You should not even drive in dense fog, but you have to because the load has to be delivered, right? It's due, like it's a Friday. If you don't get it off and get another load on, you aren't going to drive all weekend, right? So you'll lose 3 days, and we can make, 100 miles, $1 a mile for do 700 miles a day. That's $700 a day, and you lose you can lose $1,000 a weekend if you don't get loaded. So it's just like, oh man, I hated that. I really should not have done that. I risked my life and others. And it was here in California, like in the San Joaquin Valley. Just the fog lays down in there. Of course, it's in the middle of the night. Like you have to get the wine from wine country to the LA, before rush hour. So we're on the 80, Winnemucca. You guys know Winnemucca, Nevada, I believe we're in. So we're in the northern Nevada now. There's some lovely mountains here. Do you guys know that Nevada is the mining state? That you have silver here and lots of minerals. Like you look out in those hills, and it's kind of cool. This is where Area 51 is off to our left. Not here, but like in the middle of the state. We could go by there if you want. Okay, see it's slowing down and the engine torquing up. Gonna go through a tunnel. I'll be quiet and let you hear. If you can hear. I could use the engine brake in the tunnel. So I'm going to... bots love me for that. Yeah, look at all these trucks. The variety, what they've done, those developers. It's pretty cool. Like I say, I made my complaint about traffic. But it'll probably get better, right? AI is getting better. Reno. We're coming into Reno. You guys know Reno? You know Donner Pass? I think, are we going through Donner Pass? We should see where are we going. So here's a straight area. I'm going to call up. We're we're delivering to Santa Cruz. All right, I know where that is. Probably we're going to go through Sacramento. Okay, we're full of fuel. The truck's looking good. Can drive for about another half a day. And we got 50 miles to go. We'll be there at 8 o'clock tonight. So, yeah, we may go to, like, Sacramento. We're going to go to, like, 7 tonight. So we're, like, an hour away from delivering. So maybe 7, 8 tonight. So that's what I'm thinking. Santa Cruz will stop. Plan to find a rest area around Sacramento. And I think we have enough fuel to get there. We can worry about fueling. And you know Santa Cruz is going to be dense in the Bay Area. Traffic. Okay, if you guys have any questions, let's see what I can do. See the hot air balloons up here? Probably too far over. I gotta get my nose over to the right. Yeah, it's hard for me to watch everything, and you guys can probably see parts of the screen I don't see. So you'll see me, like, hit people. You didn't even see that. But yeah, so I'm spending about half the time in my mirror, my rearview mirrors, and half the time looking forward. Just keep scanning. I just don't even worry about the speed. I let cruise control worry about that. It looks like we're doing 65 and a 65, so that works for me. I'm way too far over to the left. And I swear these trucks passed me, right? But yet, they aren't pulling away. I don't get it. I'm 550, so I should have the horsepower and the speed and be passing them. But maybe they're doing 70. But I guess I do like the game. Right, this is pretty much what Nevada's like. Right, and those mountains are really there. A lot of times we'll go to the left up here in Winnemucca. That's a shorter route to get into Washington and Oregon. And I do a lot of bumping the steering wheel like you may have just saw there. I'm trying to do more controlled, smooth inputs now. This is the kind of, like, the more you do it, the better you get. What do they call that? Muscle memory. Now, I told you, see, that truck passed us. And now he's going to slow down. What? Well, I guess we're doing mountains. And this guy's coming up on the left of us, so I'm going to try to slow down. Not hit anybody, but slow down. Whee! Then do 60, so I'm not running to the back of him. And I didn't hit it right. He would have stopped if I would have bumped him, so I'm actually doing good. Right guy, I think I told you I've hit these guys. There'll be truck and trailer damage, don't count against me, but if I damage the load, I get penalized. And you definitely don't want to be late. I tell you, I lost $92,000 because I was late. It's like, what? That didn't seem right. Wasn't my fault. Okay, I slowed down 5 miles an hour and I'm still catching this guy, really? At this point, I just start hand driving. I guess we're climbing, right, we're in Nevada. We're going over some mountains, I guess. It's downhill on the other side. What is this, Winnemucca? So I'm not going to pass this guy because he's going to speed up again. I guess so I'm going to disengage and just kind of hold behind him until we get through Winnemucca. I expect this hill to kind of top out. See how he pulls away. I prefer they just are all gone. It's so nice when there's nothing to deal with. I would have turned traffic off. It's so bad. Okay. Back to cruise control. Then all you have to really do is steer the truck, and then even then there's going to be AI. When trucks, start driving themselves, they'll have the driver just kind of sit here and be like a pilot, right? For airlines do now, where the plane lands itself and the pilot just kind of sits there and monitors the systems. So the truck drivers will just kind of monitor the truck for a few years until they finally fire them all and replace them. They don't need anybody real sitting there. Right, and did I tell you, right, a truck that drives itself can go 24/7. And humans have to take breaks and sleep, so a human can't even compete with a truck that drives itself. So that's why I'm like, I expect that there'll be a, what do you call, a mod to just let the truck drive itself. We can sit and watch. I keep trying to look over to chat, but it's like, see how the road is all curvy. I can't. Whoa. Yeah, did I tell you I'm using an Xbox controller with this? I'm driving with the joystick. And that's better, like if I was driving with the keyboard, you know, an A and D, that's when I'd be, you know, punching it. Just, you know, putting in little inputs. And that's what I started doing with the joystick, and I'm like, I don't have to do that anymore. I can do like, it's right now it's a linear feel, and it doesn't quite feel right. I can do like a non-linear curve for the joystick, and I might try to do that where it has a little more less, you know, forgiving in the first part of its movement, and you don't get the big movements until you move a little more into it, because that's how I seem to jump. You know, it doesn't move, and then it moves a lot. All right, I see the 80 down there. I think that's all the 80. It's going to turn and go west. I guess we're almost going south now. Okay, so now I think we're going downhill, and that's where I don't have to worry about the trucks anymore. Did that blue one pull off? It's like, thank God, you know, they pull off. So what's going to be down here? Reno? I think, yeah, so we go down like to the bottom of the curve, and I think that city down there is Reno. And then we'll head over Donner Pass. I think we're on the 80 now, and come into Sacramento. And this is what it all looks like. Glad you can see it in the daytime. Like, I'm going to try to go outside here. Can you see any better like this? I mean, you can basically see the mountains the same way. It's desert. Like it in here. For going down the road, the interstate is more relaxing for me in here. Okay. See the car in front of us, or the truck in front of us. Looking pretty slow to me. But I'm doing 60 and 80. I'm thinking about passing him. We're coming into Reno. Probably not. I probably shouldn't ride. I'm wide load with the flags and the beacons. I should stay to the right. We're going through at about 1, so it's not rush hour. And that's my goal, is just to get through town without any issues. And of course, you don't know that these trucks, they can just stop for like no reason, right? And cars just be in the middle of the road, accidents just suddenly appear. So they really make you watch all the time. But yeah, this is Reno, and yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. Beautiful day. Worried about that truck in front of us. I'm keeping an eye on him. He's going too slow for me. Thank you. I don't even know what he is. Is he a car caller? nice to have a mix overall, so like the engine isn't distorting now. I like that. We're not going to Carson City. We're going to Sacramento. Yeah, so the Sierra Nevada is the range in front of us here. And it's made out of white granite. It's pretty spectacular. And I don't know if you guys know, Lake Tahoe's up here. We're going to go through Truckee. I want to say Tonopah, but maybe somewhere else, another part of Nevada. I think it's Truckee, next to Lake Tahoe. That'll be, you know, a fuel and rest and repairs. So we should get ready to climb the Sierra Nevada out of Reno. It'll be fine. I'm doing 60. To get to California, it's going to be 55, so I'll probably do 55. And I'll do 60. California will end me have to pass people. I used to like doing this. I enjoyed the view, right? It's a great view, a great way to see America is through this windshield. And yeah, see it in the spring, in the fall, in the summer and winter. Scared that guy. Sorry. I don't think I hit him. I was busy talking and I wasn't concentrating, so it is actually hard. I'm kind of getting tired. And that's just the way I truck drive. I just go for it. Like, it's 2 in the afternoon and we keep driving. It's going to start telling us we're tired again, and I just go as far as I can. I'm trying to get to Sacramento, I guess, so we're going to try to go up this side to Truckee and down the other side of the Sierra Nevada, and then I can sleep. So does that mean that I'm in range to easily deliver to Santa Cruz in a few hours? But I liked it. So I like the downloadable content. You know, the states that I got. I've got the whole West. I like these long trips. And they pay well. You know, there's a buffing system where you get experience and you can level, you know, certain things. And I leveled up long distances and time-sensitive loads. And I'm trying to get good fuel efficiency. And I thought that's kind of a waste if I had to do it again. I've avoided fragile loads and hazmat loads, and that's just never, like in real life I would avoid hazmat because I don't want to haul it. But it looks like I might as well. I don't know how it would affect the game. I mean, maybe I was supposed to be doing lower speed, like hazmat should do 55, but I don't think in the game it matters, and I might make better money hauling hazmat. Who knows? So I'll level them up when these are all done and I can't do any more. But yeah, look at the kind of money I'm making. And I guess I'm making a lot more because I've buffed these things. You'll see the payout in the end. But yeah, we should get paid $140,000 for this. And you can buy a whole truck for $140,000. So that is kind of ridiculous to me. Now here we are. I think we're coming into California, so I'll go to 55. Because look at all these cars. It's like they're being pains in the butt. So let's just fit in the crowd and move along. Try not to hit anybody. Right, and we only have a little ways to go. California, so I'll put up with this, and we got plenty of time, so I'll just stay in this lane. There's a way station, but if they want me to stop, I'm gonna be like, nope, thank you. Right? Why do that? Unless you like use the players if you want to see it. Like you pull up and it just says so they want us. So I'll do it for you this time. If you guys have never seen it, it's my first time I've streamed this. And right, everything, I've got plenty of time. Everything's going my way, so we'll go ahead and pull into the way station. Gotta get in line? Really? Really? This is why I don't even come in here. 10 miles, don't speed in the way station. There's cops everywhere. Yeah, if you're a truck driver or you're like thinking of the career thing, they didn't tell me that the way station is where the cops are. That's where they're gonna like pull you over and inspect you and bust you, and if you're gonna get ticketed, this is a good place to get ticketed. So they didn't tell me to have your shit together before you go through the way stations and face the cops. All right, you hear that? I'm tired. I'm yawning. I could spend the night here, I think. Right? There's a rest area right here? Oh, let's keep going. We'll find... there's a rest area down the road. I can see. Okay, is this it? I've got to stop here. Inspect me. I am 67,000 pounds. You're absolutely right. You have to be under 80. I'm under 80. Good. Fine. Agricultural inspection, I guess, up here. Fine. Again, I gotta wait in line. Oh my god. Fine. So this is agricultural inspection. So as a flatbedder with tractors and stuff, most of the time mine were new, so you didn't have to worry. But if you were to bring a dirty tractor through here, they'd make you wash it because they were about insects and things in the fruits and vegetables. And like if you were moving a plow that had dirt on it, they don't want that coming in. But since most of the stuff I bring in is new, we should have no problem. I'm gonna pause for a minute. Checking out the chat. Chat check. Yeah, it looks just like this, and there's a little guy standing right there, just like that. And you pull up, and he shouts in your window. Oh, bills unladen. Have your bills unladen ready. They want to know what's in the truck. So you pull up here, and here, give him your bills. I'll pull up to him. There you go, dude. Here are my bills. They're checking the bills against the cargo. Yeah, fine. All right, of course. And then the DOT, the department, is waiting right here, and they flag you over, and they're going to do a vehicle inspection now. And make sure your brakes are in adjustment, and your lights are all working, and write you a ticket if you're not. So I had a item in my accounting that was tickets. It's the cost of doing business. You got to write them off. The profit, right? So I pay taxes on your tickets. Okay, I'm going straight a little bit. Resume. I think we're doing 55 in California. So now we're going over the top. This is Donner Pass. I don't know my altitude, but you see the pine trees. So I've been through here when it's snowing, and right up here is a Truckee, is about where you chain up. And so you'll come around this corner, and the freeway's closed if you don't have chains. So they have everybody's exiting, and if you want to chain up, they pull. People are all over the freeway chaining up, and I got to do that. And then the freeway was closed, and they opened it, and I took off, and it turned out I ended up going over Donner Pass here with fresh snow, like 12 inches deep, and no tracks in it. Like, I was the first truck through, and I was like, this is so cool. I had 2 drive axles. I had the differentials locked with chains on, going over Donner Pass. It was awesome. At night, while it was snowing. So pretty. Yeah, so that's some of my favorite memories. Like when it happened to me in Wyoming and Montana too, where I was the truck. There were no tracks on the snow-covered road in front of me, where I'm breaking the tracks. All right, we're still climbing. This is the way up, right? You're going up and up and up. And I think there's a rest area at the top, and this is where they keep all the snow clearing equipment. There's all these sheds up here at the top of the rest area. It's like a DOT maintenance facility. And so if you're in a big truck that weighs, we gotta sleep. What do you think about sleeping at the top here? Why not? Because we're gonna go down now. Like I was gonna say, if you're in a big 80,000 pound truck, now we're gonna go down the other side. So it's gonna be braking all the way down. So we're gonna pull over here and we'll sleep. Get red, because it's red, right? I like to go till it's red. And then I really don't like when you fall asleep behind the wheel. And it does it for a long time. It's like really, it's a game mechanic I should show you sometime. But I'll just do my normal thing until it happens. So here's our rest area. And yeah, this has really happened to me. I've pulled in here before. I said, all right, I'm spend the night up here. There's a ski area off to the left. Okay, I'm not going to fit in the space, but I'm going to go through it anyway. just take up the whole thing. Right. But I gotta clear that truck when I go around, so I'll like park here. Alright, fine. Right, I'll show you. Everybody's gonna hate me, right? I never do this in real life. My butt's sticking out there, but all I have to do now is turn off the engine and go to sleep. 10 hours go by and it's 2 a.m. Well, that's fine, because we're going into California, you know, into the Bay Area. You know, why not go in at 2 in the morning, right? It's perfect, right? Lights are on, beacons, everything's fine. All I got to do is get out of here without hitting anybody. I can turn off that brake right now for now. See it in the mirror. I'm not taking the nose off the front of that truck. If I do, I get to pay for it. Yeah, it's working for me. And this should be fine. Alright, lights right, everything's fine. Let's do this. I think they want it by Friday night. We're going to have it there at 7 a.m. Which is perfect, right? If you're going to go into San Francisco, it'd be nice to be there at 7 a.m. So I'm going to hit the cruise, restore the cruise, and watch the signs. What does that yellow thing say? I couldn't even read it. It's saying right lane ends. Okay, good call. This is what it's like driving at night. That's why I like to drive during the day. Hopefully we'll be in the Bay Area, and then the sun will be up at 7, then you can see. But I guess, yeah, we're going to go over them. We're coming down the mountain. I'll get the brakes on, the compression brake. And I'm doing 55. Perfect. Because it's good. There's going to be a lot of curves, and they're all 55, and we're going downhill. So this is how I do it. Try not to hit the deer. Yeah, I hit an elk, $10,000 worth of damage to the front of the. I hit it right in the middle of the radiator. An elk's a 1,000-pound animal. It's a large animal. Did a lot of damage. Okay, I'm concentrating. Pause for a minute. I thought I saw something. Oh, you did a weigh station at a dump site. Cool. Yeah, so they weigh your trailer going in and weigh your trailer going out and determine how much you dumped. It's kind of what they do to us, is they weigh us empty and heavy or full. So yeah, full we're supposed to, most general trucks need to be like under 80,000. Like you can do things with the axles. Look at those flashing signs, right? You just pay right. Did I tell you I almost jackknifed? So it says 50. Sounds like a good idea to me. I'm gonna go down to 50. Because I've been down these hills. And it is just constantly braking. So you don't want your brakes to get hot, right? So if I use this compression brake here, my brakes aren't getting, I'm saving them to save me with. But yeah, you can get your brakes hot, they start smoking, they can catch fire. If your tires catch fire, the whole load can burn. So yeah, I'm not even using the brakes now, right? I'm complying with their 55. It's great on fuel mileage, right? See how much fuel we're saving now when you're just cruising down the backside of the mountain. Looks like we're doing fine. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stay 50 because we've got plenty of time to deliver. Right, we're gonna deliver in 180 miles. That's about 3 or 4 hours. So we're staying on the 80. Yeah, we're already at the 5? Like, this is already Sacramento, isn't it? So that was it. That was the down the Sierras. All right. Back up to 55. Right, this is Sacramento. So we're going through Sacramento. And it's still 180 miles from Sacramento to Santa Cruz. All right. Longer than I thought. But, right, we're going to get there just as the sun's coming up. Isn't this great, though? Look at the traffic. It's like, yes. This is what it's like. There comes a truck. Are you going to ruin my day? Yes, he is. So let's just give him some room. Fine. Now, Don't just sit there. You know, it's like, go pull ahead of me, get behind me, do something. He's gonna get off the freeway. Fine, that works for me. We are taking the 80 all the way into town. Yeah, I want to get back over, but that Yahoo's to my right. Well, come on, get around. Anytime. That'll be great. Alright, what does this say? Sacramento or we're going to San Francisco, I guess. Now the 80 turns south. Yeah, I've got my map locked north. What does that sign say? Right lane ends. Good to know. And so, yeah, you try to be ahead of the truck. In your head, or mentally, I'm ahead of what's coming. And be ready for it. A lot of that has to do with how you set up for things. So see, that car is totally in my way. Totally. Absolutely totally. I can scare him. I can, like, try to... He's, like, pulling back. So yeah, like I said, it's a game. They're not real people. I've learned how to scare the bots. Get them off my ass. So straight. We keep going straight down the 80. I believe we do. So I really don't need my compression brake anymore, but I'll leave it on. Are those stars? Climbing here, but I guess we're climbing into the Bay Area. You know, there's a few mountains between Sacramento and San Francisco. Yeah, if you haven't gotten to drive a truck in the Bay Area, I enjoyed it. I had some good memories and some bad memories here. We don't know, we seem to be going fast. We're doing 55, alright. Stay on the 80. We're fine. Yeah, bridges, toll bridges. Alright, we're gonna have to pay somewhere, I think, along here. I think it does the same pre-pass. We just drive through a gate and it bills us automatically. Do you know what it is? Do you see in the windshield, that blue thing? In the lower part of the window, that's called a pre-pass. That's a transponder. So I'll show you when we go over those way station, they trigger the transponder and it identifies the truck. And like at the way station, they tell us whether we have to stop or not, or when we go through toll roads, it bills my account through the trucking company. And so then I can write off my tolls. That's another thing I can write off is I had $2,000 in tolls for the year. Okay, stay on the 80. Right, Santa Cruz is down here somewhere. I think it's down south of the bay. And what else is Oakland's up here? Yeah, this is pretty much what it's like. I guess traffic was worse. I mean, it was so dense. The whole freeway was full of cars going through this kind of freeway. It's kind of a high pucker factor. And I guess I'm in the middle of the freeway, and I don't mind being in the middle here. Like, if I'm going through town with a wide load, you can pass me on the left, you can pass me on the right. I'm just passing through, doing the best I can. Right lane ends. See all my flashing strobes, the reflections. Looking at my mirrors. Okay, I see a turn up here. Is that the 80 still? That's an exit. It's coming up. It looks like it may be like not this exit, it's the next exit. So I think we're pretty much here, right? We're within 80 miles. Oh. I guess I got a ways to go. See all the twisty, curly things and stuff ahead, so I'll try to do it like we need to exit here, right? So I'm looking at this, so signal. Okay, no, not that way. What is this? I guess I'll slow down. Toll to San Francisco. That's what we're doing, huh? Alright, fine. Toll ahead. Watch for traffic on the left. I don't see anybody, so just go straight through, I think I told you. And it'll go cha-ching. Don't hear us. So the gates are up. Good luck, here we go. Go for the center. $25. Alright. Nice doing business with you. 50, huh? Pretty roads, though. Yeah, these are all the bridges of the Bay Area, if you haven't seen them. They're beautiful. The Bay Area's beautiful. I should, like, get out. Try not to crash. Ooh, see the freighter? Ports. I guess I can do it. I can stay outside here while we go over. That's kind of neat. I'm doing 40. Alright. My bad. Oh, my bad again. It's fine. Damage, huh? 4%. Wow, it's just a flesh wound. Glad, so kind of glad you got to see that. That's taking damage. Like I say, you gotta watch it all the time. 4% isn't too bad. Like I say, we're insured. I'll show you the insurance later. Important thing is, like, we can damage. Here's the damage. I think I can show you like that. So yeah, 4% to me, 4% to the trailer, but the load isn't damaged. I damage their trailers, the nice thing, and that they don't care. We're doing 55 and a 50. I'm gonna slow down. And we're in the town. I gotta do lots of maneuvering. It looks like take this exit. Yes, we're gonna go right and left. So slow down, slow down. Really gotta watch it my right. 30 miles an hour. Just gonna straddle that white line. Yeah, so the real work is picking up the load and getting to the interstate, and then getting off the interstate here like this and delivering. So we got to go left. So I'm signaling left, and this Yahoo like next to me, I got to scare him, like so that I can get in the right lane to make my turn. I may have hit him, but I don't care. I thought I was signaling. Stop. You can see I'm going to take up the whole thing, these cars, right? Going even. I'm going straight. Which way am I going? Right. Okay, don't let anybody in here. Okay, it's all fine. I'll just go down the middle of the road. Say, right, don't even get on my left or right. Sorry. Say, they're not real people. I don't have to worry about pissing them off. It's just, I don't need to be hitting guys on my sides. Right, they're damaging my trailer, my truck. And this rig's just too big. Okay, do you see it's going to be a right at this light and then a left. So I'm kind of setting up for it. Looks like I turn here. Totally. Oh, there it is. I'm saying, where do I turn? Okay, looking in that right mirror. And we're almost there. It looks like it's going to be a left. Hey, look, there's fuel right there. And a lot of times when you deliver, you can sleep in their parking lots. So I think we're in the set. So now we're safe. Oh, did you see the crane moving overhead? That's pretty cool. Okay, green light. Yeah, so this is what I call a double articulated trailer. And I don't like them. I prefer a single articulated. I don't need gas. Yeah, I don't need gas. We go on to the delivery. We've got 30 miles to go. We're almost there. It's like, yay. 45 mile an hour zone right here. So I may hit my cruise and slow her down to 45. Oh, I said 35. We can go inside for a bit. I feel better about this area. Yeah, I don't feel like we're like downtown San Francisco. I love these tunnels and bridges and stuff. We deliver in 26 miles. It is 7:40 in the morning, or 7 in the morning. More than enough time. Speed limit's 55, and we're doing 45, which feels good for me. Are we out on the coast? That's the ocean? Or it's the bay. I don't even know. I've got my eyes on the road. This is crazy. Right, traffic could be coming head on, so that's why I don't want to go down the middle. But it's a twisty, windy 2-lane road, huh? It's fine, right? It's only a few miles. I could slow down even more. Why? We'll make it exciting. See the destination in sight. So now when we get to the destination, they offer us 3 different parking options. You can just not even try to park the trailer, or try to put it in a fairly easy place, and then there's the I've got skills, I'll put it exactly where you want it. For normal trailers, but like a lot of times with this trailer, they don't even give you that third option. You only get the 2 easier ones. So we'll see when we get there. I'll show you. This is our first load. We'll see if you want to do another one. And that's pretty much just how I make money in the game. I just do one load after another. Final turn's coming up here, so we'll start slowing down. We'll even go outside, because all we gotta do is get in here, right? It's a left and a right turn, and we're done. So signal. Slow down. This is HMS, is who we're working for. So heavy machinery company. All right, we're in. All right, that's where we pull in and say, where do you want us to put it? Something I just got to put the cab over the green delivery signal there. This is where they wanted it, so stop. And there they are. I can do anything. See how it's ghosted out? So they won't even let us do the I can do anything. Here's the like, where should I put it? Or just skip it. So I'll do the where should I put it? And it'll probably be right in front of me. Right there, just pull it into this space here. Okay. I can do that, right? Looks pretty good. Right there, turns green. All right. I'm looking at chat. Any comments before I finish up? Okay, you have to go. Thank you so much, Falcon, for being here. I might go ahead and end this. Is what I pretty much wanted to do, is another test stream. We'll all go back and watch it and see what we think. Hopefully they just get better. Like I say, I'm trying to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday testing until further notice. Right, nobody else is watching. So I'll return this, we'll decouple, deliver the load, see how much I made. There it is. I drove 1,300 miles. And we made $140,000. I'm now level 21. Look at all that XP. It's right, just a ridiculous amount of pay. So I'm doing pretty well, right? That paid $140,000 right there. So I'm going to continue. And these are where I've been buffing the long distance and the high value and the fuel. And I'll go ahead and I'll put this one to just in time and apply it. And then I'll do the others, which were hazmat and fragile, when I maxed everything out. But look, I've already got 500 to $500,000. So while I'm driving my loads, I know this music might be a little bit loud, I have another driver. Jake Mark here is running around doing loads, and it looks like he's making like $3,000 a day, but I'm averaging 40,000. So it's like these bot drivers just don't even start to keep up with what I can make driving. Like he's asleep now, it looks like, and he's getting $10 a mile while I'm getting $70 a mile. So that's how it's going for me. All right, thank you for watching me Silk on American Truck Simulator. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.